Halo in Unreal Engine 5, it's actually a thing. 343 Industries is undergoing a massive shakeup and renaming their studios to Halo Studios. Today we have some images and discuss this from a new blog post on HaloWaypoint.com. So I normally make Destiny content and I will continue to do so, but if you've been around my channel for a bit, you'll also know that I've covered Halo from time to time. I started in my early days with COD and Halo videos and recently Halo Infinite. But as I was watching the Halo World Championships, 343 released a new article and talked about the future of Halo overall. The article is titled A New Dawn. It says, "We are Halo Studios, and a new dawn is breaking as the future of Halo is being built with Unreal Engine 5. Join members of the Halo Studios team to learn more in this behind-the-scenes video." They said if you really want to break Halo down, there have been two very distinct chapters. Chapter 1 was Bungie, Chapter 2, 343 Industries. Now I think we have an audience which is hungry for more. So we're not just going to try to improve the efficiency of development, but change the recipe of how we make Halo games. So we start a new chapter today. A key step in this future path is called Project Foundry. This is not a game or a tech demo, but it represents their multidisciplinary research and reflection on what is required to build Halo in Unreal. This is a first for the franchise. Halo games have been built in different engines over the years, back with I believe Bungie's Blam engine and then Slipspace for the more recent Halo games. So here's a look at some of the first images. When saving this photo, it was called Foundry Pacific Northwest, so kind of a representation of the same types of environments you saw in Halo Infinite.
Studio art director Chris came to me and said, "Hey, I have this crazy idea."
He said, "Hey, there's this thing called Project Foundry that I want to do. Let's make it happen."
Foundry specifically is based around the same concept of the Foundry in Halo lore. It's the place where Halo rings are born. It's not a game, it's a research project for our studio so we can prepare ourselves for the next steps of making Halo games.
We had the Pacific Northwest, which is sort of traditional Halo biome.
We were trying to shove as much foliage in there as humanly possible to make it really feel like you're on a hike in the, Cascades.
The Coldlands, which was the second biome that we took on, it was more of a technical showcase where we could play with shaders, we could play with deformable landscapes and terrains. Unreal affords us more opportunity than we've ever had in the past.
Third biome was the Blightlands, which is any land that's been completely taken over by the flood.
I wanted to give our team the opportunity to really express an alien world, a really alien world, taking something way further than they may have actually done in previous Halo games.
The deep freeze of the Coldlands, where a Forerunner beam emitter stands amid snow-covered plateaus, and the environment is reflected in great fields of ice. The Blightlands, where we bear witness to a place that has been consumed by the flood, the parasite that is the reason why the Halo array was built. So especially with this flood one, you can really see the high resolution and detail behind the models and atmosphere, textures, pretty much everything. Unreal has some pretty crazy capabilities, and seeing Halo in it for the first time looks great. At the center of the action, you'll find the Master Chief in his iconic Mjolnir Mark V armor, facing off against an energy sword-wielding elite. This gives us a glimpse at the sheer level of fidelity they're able to realize when bringing both new and legacy assets to life, such as the M6D Magnum. This is just the first step in their transformation as a studio, as they've worked to change their structure and their process in how they build games. They say they are working on multiple projects and look to grow their team as they build the next generation of Halo with Unreal Engine, and deliver stories of hope and heroism, alien worlds of wonder and mystery, and unforgettable experiences with your fireteam of friends and family. So this is super exciting as a Halo fan. I enjoyed covering Halo Infinite when it came out, and then after that the game kind of just fell off. Of course, the hardcore fans stuck with it, but now there's something to be excited about again. Multiple projects are in the works, the graphics look insane, and 343, or rather Halo Studios, is completely changing up the way they do things. There's also a news article about this on Xbox.com, which talks more about the studio overall. The way we made Halo games before doesn't necessarily work as well for the way we want to make Halo games for the future. So part of the conversation we had was about how we help the team focus on making games versus making the tools and the engines. They say respectfully some components of Slipspace are almost 25 years old. Although 343 were developing it continuously, there are aspects of Unreal that Epic has been developing for some time which are unavailable to us in Slipspace, and would have taken huge amounts of time and resources to try and replicate. They say it's fair to say that our intent is that the majority of what we showcase in Foundry is expected to be in projects which they are building, or future projects. So that makes me wonder story-wise if some of these elements are going to be implemented. These Forerunner structures with halos emitting in the background, giant areas with Flood taking over. Even the familiar looks new in Foundry. The Chief's armor has been modeled with extreme care, down to individual panels of his combat gloves. An Elite's energy sword now feels less like a solid object and more reflective of the name, a crackling swoosh of dangerous energy. The aim wasn't just to push the studio, but the engine itself. Foundry is designed to do things that we haven't seen in games using Unreal across the industry. Halo began its life as a graphical showcase for the original Xbox. The goal is to make that so again. And they wrap this up by talking about the future of the games. They say, as we might expect, the team isn't talking about what those new games will be right now. They're at the beginning of this new chapter and not the final stages. And it's fair to say that a new Halo game isn't imminent. Halo Infinite will still be supported through the Slipspace engine, and you can expect more operations and updates to its Forge mode. So let me know in the comments down below how you feel about this. Are you a Halo fan? Do you watch my Destiny videos? And are you interested in this topic at all? Personally, Halo 3 was my favorite, and I've always played Halo games after that. And I would jump on Infinite from time to time, but it just couldn't keep me around. So seeing that 343, or rather Halo Studios now, is moving on to Unreal Engine, it definitely is exciting. Unreal is used widely throughout the industry, and I'm sure they can get some great talent to join their team and help them out. So who knows, maybe we'll cover some more of this stuff in the future, and if you'd like to see it, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.